Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a quick video showing you how I got from these resolutions to these arguments. Okay, and for this, I'm going to ask you to go back to your math class, right? When you guys were talking about conditional statements and true, whether they're true or false, right? This arguing is a logic puzzle, all right? And you always start from the basic premise or the basic resolution of the argument. So this one is safety must be upheld before convenience. So as I read that carefully, I want to ask myself, what do I have to show for this? Under what circumstances is this statement true, right? Safety must be upheld before convenience. And to be upheld means to be upheld, right? Raised, like met or insured or guaranteed, right? So that's where I drew this here. So that means convenience requires safety if it needs to be upheld before convenience. See what I mean? Um, it's almost like convenience is like a pyramid because it always comes back to triangles Illuminati, right? Convenience is like a pyramid or the roof on a house that's already built, right? You can't put a roof if there's no house there, it'll just fall down. Now, then I rewrote the statement convenience requires safety. So if I'm arguing for, and I want you to look, these are all four arguments, then that means I have to prove that convenience requires safety in order to exist. Now, flip side, because I asked you guys to prepare for the argument against as well. If I was to argue against, which is not shown here, then I have to prove that convenience does not require safety. Or I could show that safety gets in the way of convenience, right? I can show a couple different things because if convenience gets in the way of safety, then it doesn't require safety. So just pause this video for a second, take a look at the resolutions that you have and see if you can rewrite them like I just did, right? See how those two values are related in order for the statement to be true. Oh, wait. Okay, I'm going to assume you did it by now. So the way I get from that to this argument here is I asked myself, what's an example of convenience requiring safety? And I thought back to my life and something I'm looking for, what's relevant to my audience, right? Ethos, pathos, logos, which I hope you guys learned last year, right? I'm trying to relate to the audience to draw them in. That's the pathos appeal, right? That shows it's something that we can relate to, that kind of imagery. So, I don't know if you guys have ever had your water shut off, but my water got shut off over the weekend. And that is extremely inconvenient, right? The ability to flip a magic switch and just have clean, fresh, safe water come out is incredible. It's life changing. So when I thought about that, it reminded me that convenience is modern, right? For most of human history, we didn't have a magic faucet that you could push and have life sustaining water. Like days would be spent guaranteeing you have water. So then it led me to think I wonder, so water's convenient, right? But what if it wasn't safe? And that led me to this, right? So you need a guaranteed safe water source before you need a way to get it to people. In other words, what if you flipped your faucet and the water that came out might kill you? Would you drink it? Would you avail yourself or take advantage of that convenience? And the answer is obviously no. If any time you turned on the water and drank from it, or used it to wash dishes, or yourself, or your teeth, you might die. You'd think twice about that. However, so that means the convenience is meaningless without the safety. And that's an argument that I might use. So just pause the video and take another look at the stuff you wrote or honestly didn't write. And ask yourself, based on what you said, uh, under the circumstances you said this statement is true, what's a way you can illustrate that or show that to be true? On the flip side, if you have this written as does not, and you can basically just add a not in there, um, then under what circumstances or what arguments could you use to show that this does not happen, that convenience exists outside of or independent of safety? Um, Now, keep in mind, this is the example resolution. I want you to pick three of your own, three of the ones that are on that document. You can delete all the other rows except three of them. And you must fill out at least 2 arguments for and 2 arguments against. You must also have some sources hyperlinked in there so that you can use them. We're going to move from this very quickly to an outline, and we're going to start practicing our arguments next week. So if you don't have this, you're going to be behind the entire class. And I don't want that for you. It's frustrating and awful. Anyway, hey, shoot me a message on Google Chat if you guys have any questions. Cool.